Tonight on Sports Extra, high school football action in North Dakota and Minnesota. The RedHawks try to keep their season alive against Sioux Falls. We catch up with NDSU, UND, and MSUM football ahead of their Saturday games. We hear from the Minnesota Vikings ahead of their Saturday night matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. KVRR Sports Extra starts right now. Good evening and welcome to KVRR Sports Extra. I'm Aaron Walling, and that right there is Ryan Bolin. We wanted to start by saying any scores not final on the show tonight can be found on our website afterwards.
Yeah, that is right. A busy day across the region with high school football and playoff baseball. We'll start on the gridiron, though, with the defending North Dakota Division 3A champs Cheyenne taking on Bismarck Century.
Up the road to West Fargo, Cheyenne, Mustangs trying to beat the Patriots, and the Pats have been running the ball all game long, deep in the red zone, though. Century looking for first blood. It's going to be a handoff to Tristan Pope, and the senior won't be denied. The Patriots are on the board. Century now with the ball again. Another run, but Brennan Gable has seen enough of that and stops it in the backfield for a loss. Now, later in the second, Caden Wellstad rolls to the right, throws it left, and Ty Hazer comes away with the interception, and that's going to lead to Cheyenne in the red zone. And Enoch Rorokotan punches it in and ties it at 7, but Century will win this one 17-13. Late in the first half, we are scoreless here at Horace High. Neither the Hawks or the Braves have been able to break through the defenses. Mandan near the 50. Cole Carlson takes the snap, but here comes Reed Full, and he gets to the quarterback for the sack. What a play by the junior. To the second now, still no score. Play action, Matthew Dick. Pass is intercepted by Brody Skalski, and the Braves are in serious position to score after the huge defensive play. Now, Carlson in shotgun formation. Play action, throws it to Daniel Wentz, who makes the catch and gets the touchdown, but Horace will go on and roar back to win 35-14.
Other scores in Division 3A. How about this slate? 1 versus 2 and 3 versus 4. In our first game, we got Bismarck Legacy. At last check for us, Legacy leading 34-30. Actually just made it 40-30. That's late in the fourth quarter, so number 1 could be going down. And then Shanley, number 4 against number 3 Bismarck. Shanley with a dominant 18-point victory.
Well, now to the Fargo Civil War, North versus South on a Friday night. It was a yearly battle, was stopped last year since the Spartans moved up a level, but here we are again with these two rivals facing off. North up 14-7 with a minute to go in the second. Michael Lockwood with the ball, bounces to the outside. Oh, you can't be serious with that speed. The senior burns the Bruins defense and gives the Spartans the 21-7 lead. How will South respond with less than a minute on the clock? Silas Johnson in shotgun. Lets it go, and it is nearly intercepted by Connor Edmondson. South with new life on the drive. Deep throw to the end zone, but no one is there except the Spartans, picked off by Matt Cragness. North leads 28. Actually, they win 28-21, the final.
In Grand Forks, it's Central. Ranked number 3 in 2A. They are hosting the Dickinson Mavericks tonight. Central moving the ball in the first half. Noah Lease here scrambling for a big gain and a Knights first down. That drive would end in a 35-yard field goal from Rylan Dobrovloni, and it's 3-0. Next Central drive, Lease finding Trey Clausen for another big gain. 21 yards there on the pitch and catch, and guess what? It's not the same clip. Another field goal from Dobrovloni. And this one from 29 yards out. The Knights offense finished what their kicker started the rest of the way. A 23-point win in the end, 44-21 the final. Other scores in Division 2A, a top 5 showdown at Minot North High School. It's Minot North winning big, 45-14 over Grand Forks Red River. And number 2 Kindred against Bismarck St. Mary's. The Vikings, a dominant win to move to 3-0. To Class A, it's second-ranked EEK in Hillsboro tonight, taking on the 2-1 Burros. A defensive battle in the early goings. Early fourth down here for EEK. Blowing up the play is Bryce Miller to turn the ball over on downs. No points, though, would come from it. We'll go to the second half. Some good offense here. Brady Hansen to Drew Thorpe. A big gain into Burrows territory, but again, no points coming from it. We're late first half. Burrow's driving, and check out this play. Someone call Sports Center. Chase happily with the one-handed grab to move the chains, but the Burrows would be stopped on 4th down at the goal line later on in the drive. A 0-0 game at the break, but a score would come, and down goes number 2. Hillsborough coming away with the 6-0 upset win.
Other scores in the Division A. Top-ranked Langdon picks up a win at home over Turtle Mountain 41-0, and Grafton improves to 3-1 this season with a win over Rugby.
And some 9-man scores. 2 battles of unbeatens. Top-ranked New Rockford picks up a 40-point win over number 4 North Border, and Lemoore wins by 43 over South Border. Some great battles in North Dakota. Let's jump across the Red River now to Minnesota, where Holly and Staples Motley battle it out.
Yeah, Staples Motley's 2-0 coming in, while Holly looks to get back on track after last week's loss to Warroad. The Staples Motley Cardinals make their way west on Highway 10 to take on the Nuggets. The Cardinals are the first ones with the ball and waste no time. Bo Carlson punches it in through on the ground for the first score of the game to make it 7-0. The Nuggets trying to fight back, and it's hard to tell where the ball is on this play, even fooling the cameraman. It seems the defense were also fooled when Lincoln Midtune appears with the ball and a very large gain on the ground, but it was all Motley Staples in the first half. Eli Rutten with the ball, little shovel pass to Bo Carlson, and nobody will get to him. 62 yards on this play, and the Cardinals just kept piling it on. They will win 43-14 over Holly.
To Argyle, Minnesota we go. 9-player football as we have unbeaten Goodridge GG taking on 2-1 Stephen Argyle Central. Defense was the name of the game in this one, but Shea Setterholm trying to get some offense going. Here he is back to pass. He is nutting downfield and scrambling for a first down. That drive, however, would stall. Goodridge with the ball now here in the second. Half-back pass, but guess who? Setterholm making plays on both sides of the ball to get the Storm the ball right back. But again, the Storm offense unable to move the ball. Back on defense here, it's Anderson Thompson popping the ball loose, and recovering it is Rylan Anderson. Storm back in business, but points continue to be at a premium. Raiden Wojnarowski gets a pick here to end the half. Definitely butchered that name. I apologize to him. We go to halftime deadlocked at 0. Second half was more the same, but the Storm do score once, and it's enough. 6-0 winners over Goodridge GG. Some other scores from across Minnesota. A big one in 6A, Moorhead on the road versus Minnetonka. Some saying that the Skipper's the best team in the state, and the Spuds do lose their first game of the year, 47-21. And Fergus Falls hosting Becker in 4A football, defending champs Becker. The Otters win that one by 3 scores. Also in 4A, Detroit Lakes looking for win number 1 on the year, taking on Princeton. DL winning that one by 7. And in 3A, a battle of unbeatens, DGF winning big, 36-0.
And in Class 2A, Barnesville loses their first regular season game since 2021, falling to Pillager by 21. And 2A, Frazee battling Class A Breckenridge, both undefeated coming in. Breckenridge wins this one 42-18.
To the baseball diamond, the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks are playing with their season on the line tonight in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, FM trails the best-of-5 series 2-1 after a loss in 10 innings Thursday night. The RedHawks look to bounce back tonight and force a winner-take-all Game 5 tomorrow. We are scoreless in the 4th inning. That is when Sioux Falls strikes first. Scott Combs going to hit a dribbler up the middle, and the FM defense cannot handle it. Run scores, and it's 1-0 Canaries. And it stays that way until the 6th, and who else but Jose Sermo, the Sermonator, with a deep shot center, deep enough to score. Lamar Sparks from third, and it's a brand new game through 6. Bottom of the 9th, Canaries looking to walk it off, but Colton Davis gets the swinging strikeout to force extras for the 2nd straight game. And at last look, in the 10th, it is 4-1. The RedHawks have opened up in extra innings, and that's just great to see that. Well, after the break, we check in on NDSU and UND football ahead of their matchups this weekend. Welcome back. The Bison are back in town this week to take on Southeast Missouri State for the annual Trees Bowl. Through 2 games, North Dakota State has dominated 2 games and sits with a 2-0 record. playing well in all three facets of the game. Head coach Tim Polasek talks about the Bison being able to play in front of their home crowd.
And I'm counting on a high energy crowd. I said it before, there's a growing connection to this community, to all the student athletes on campus, to the student body. We're working really hard at it. And I hope that the fans show up and say, we like this football team. And we're here for you, and we're going to create a home field advantage. But on the flip side of that, we got to make home field an edge. We got to come out play well. So the fans are into it. Those things are all exciting. I really look forward to being home after being on the road for 2 weeks.
It was all about the rushing attack for the Bison on the road against Tennessee State. Rica Pino had 3 rushing touchdowns as the Tigers were repeatedly beaten on the blocks. Here's the coaches on how the running back room has been in 2025.
And those guys, they feed off each other. Whether it's BK, DJ, OJ, Miles, Cortez, we got some dudes in the stable that can go. And like I said, competition brings out the best, and those guys are doing a good job improving every day.
That running back room, I never have to go there and say, Sam, only 3 guys hit 85% of their max. They're 7 for 7 almost every week. And so just their intent is right, and they're practicing really well. And that's not to leave out Owen, Miles, Cortez. I mean, right now, like I said at the beginning, right, we seem to be a little deeper than we were last year.
The Bison will have their home opener tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 at the Fargo Dome as they welcome in SEMO for the annual Trees Bowl. The University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks are coming off a dominant win over Portland State, but they are now getting ready for a tough matchup as they take on one of the top teams in the country. That's the Montana Grizzlies, as they have a home field advantage and a loud environment.
We got to do a great job of preparing for it. It's an awesome, game day environment. Like, that's the cool thing about, going into places like this. Like, guys are going to be juiced up and ready to go. You're not going into a place where there's no energy, where there's no environment. Like, we're going to play in one of the best environments in FCS football, really, in any level of football. And that's fun, to be able to walk into those environments and know it's going to, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, loud. It's going to be, really stressful. Like, those things are what you prepare for and why you play this game, So definitely feel like, we've been able to be in 2 really good environments here to start the year off of it that are loud on every down, not just on money downs and on 3rd and 4th downs. And I think that as you continue to go through those things and as you continue to experience it, then it just becomes part of your, becomes part of the game, part of your habits. And I think our guys are getting to that point now.
It was a fast start for the Fighting Hawks on Saturday, racking up 50 points and imposing their will on Portland State. What has been a big factor for this has been the play of the offensive line. They've dealt with injuries and adversity, but you can't tell because of how well this unit has played in 2 games.
You still got to work hard with that guy next to you. Communication, obviously, a big key there. But I think that we're all close with each other, so I don't think that's a huge problem with guys stepping up and filling in.
On the defensive side of the ball, UND has had some success with head coach Eric Schmidt's 4-2-5 system. With that comes a lot of communication and substitutions and keeping on schedule. An added challenge is playing with the crowd environment, which they've experienced at Kansas State and at the Alaris Center, and get to test themselves in Missoula this weekend against a high-ranked Montana squad.
Coach stresses it every week, every day in practice. We got to communicate, either giving communication or receiving communication. As a linebacker, you got to do both, and get guys in front of you right, and then listen to the call behind you. So he just kind of stresses that a lot, and it's been getting better week by week.
The Fighting Hawks take their act on the road to take on top 10 ranked Montana tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. This game is set to be played at Washington Grizzly Stadium in Missoula, Montana. After the break, we hear from the MSUM Dragons as they look to stay unbeaten this weekend. Welcome back. The MSUM Dragons are back in town for their home opener for the 2025 seasons. The Dragons are taking on Winona State at the NEMSEC Stadium, trying to start the season 3-0 for the first time since 2015. Now, the Dragons have been unreal on offense, led by Jack Strand. The senior quarterback has 655 yards passing with 11 touchdowns. Defensively, MSUM bounced back from a rough week 1 to help the Dragons win 51-3 over Southwest Minnesota State. Jamestown's Adam Kallenbach made huge plays on Saturday, grabbing 2 interceptions. He shares what it is like to play with this MSUM roster.
We know what the goal is, but we also have fun doing it. You look to your left, your right when you're playing, and those are your roommates, people you spent time in the dorms you work out with all summer. So I think we're just really together.
The Dragons will be taking on Winona State at 12 p.m. on Saturday at the Shields Field at the Nimzek Stadium. MSUM is looking for their first 3-0 start since 2015. And Ryan, you're going to be there, so you also get to look at Strand's quarterback play.
Mr. 10,000.
Mr. 10,000, but also recognized by the Shrine Bowl, one of only 10 Division II players on their list.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him play again. Obviously, it's always a spectacle. They air it out, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
To the professional level, speaking of airing it out, J.J. McCarthy did that on Monday night. His era has officially begun. After a question mark filled with the first 3 quarters, Monday night in Chicago, the former 10th overall pick shined in the final 15 minutes. Shined so much that he received the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. In that final frame, McCarthy accounted for 3 total touchdowns, helping Minnesota rally to a 27-24 win over the Bears on prime time Monday Night Football. Now a new week begins. It's a rematch of the 2024 National Championship in college, for the quarterbacks, that is. J.J. McCarthy from Michigan and Michael Penix Jr. from Washington. McCarthy spoke this week on his award-winning performance Monday night and looking ahead to his battle with Penix Jr.
It's a tremendous win we got, but that's a team award. I don't look at that as an individual award at all. Defense kept us in it the whole game and found a way to bounce back offensively. So, yeah, it's great and all, but, it's on to the next one. I love Michael. Just being able to be with him, during the pre-draft process and really understand his process and who he is as a man and his personality. It's no surprise where, he's in the position he's in right now. And, I'm extremely excited to see him again and compete against him. But, yeah, he's a great player, and it's going to be a good test for our defense.
Some injury updates heading into Sunday. It's a large screen there. Linebacker Blake Cashman and running back Ty Chandler both out at least 4 weeks on the IR. Safety Harrison Smith listed as questionable. And players that are ruled out are tackle Christian Zarasaw, cornerback Jeff Okuda, and linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel. The Falcons are coming off a 3-point loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 1. The Vikings will look to start the season 2-0, hosting the Falcons for their home opener on Sunday Night Football. Kickoff set for 7:20 p.m. The Vikings are a field goal favorite for the game. After the break, we reveal our nominees for the Chris Heise Play of the Week.
It is now time for the best part of the show. Let's take a look at this week's Chris Heise Play of the Week nominees.
4 plays to choose from this week. Let's take a look.
First up, over at West Fargo Cheyenne High, Bismarck Century tries to throw it, but Ty Hazer says, "Not on my watch," gets up high to grab the interception. Here it is again. All game, the Pats would roll to throw, and this time no different. But Hazer, who is listed as 5'9", beats the receiver and high points the ball for the interception.
Play 2, Minnesota 9 player. It's Goodrich GG in Argyle taking on the Storm, and check out the interception from Shea Setterholm for Stephen Argyle Central. One more time, it's a trick play from Goodrich going to the halfback pass, but the Storm defense not fooled. Setterholm making a great play to get his offense the ball back, and eventually the 6-0 win.
And our third play happened in the afternoon. Minnesota Crookston's Elise Leffers fires this ball near post and beats the keeper for the goal that decided this rivalry game. As the beat MSUM 1-0. Here it is again. Leffers with the ball, trying to shake the defender. Starts to go Ryan, and everyone thought she would move it inside, but instead she fires it. Beats the keeper as the Golden Eagles bring home the Highway 75 rock.
Play 4, Hillsborough Central Valley moving the ball late first half. Tyson Lashuk to Chase Halfley. A one-handed grab to move the chains. Just an unreal play here. Odell Beckham Jr. here from Halfley. Contender for catch of the year right there.
But who should win? That is for you to decide at home. We have 4 plays to choose from. Is it Hazer's high point interception? Shea Setterholm's interception for Stephen Argyle Central? Is it Leffers' rock-winning goal? Or is it Chase Heffley's one-handed grab for Hillsborough Central Valley? Vote on our X and Instagram page at KVR Sports and on the KVR Facebook page, and we will reveal the winner on Monday night. Now, some updates. The RedHawks win 4-1, and they force a Game 5, and that will be tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. So winner goes to the Wild Mouse Wolf Cup Championship game. So that's obviously very exciting. Davies, they do lose their first game of the season, so number 1 goes down. And that Moorhead, they lost by 20. Jet Feeney, he got injured in the first half of last week's game. He did not play tonight. So obviously Moorhead down their star quarterback. So they fall to a top team in Minnetonka. So don't push the panic button yet. Obviously, it's 6A now, and Feeney not playing, it kind of hurts the team.
Yeah, big thing is like you look at the offenses and everything. I mean, obviously you've been covering them all season long, so we'll see if they can bounce back next week. Well, folks, have yourselves a wonderful night. We'll catch you next time.